No, I think that's a great aspect that you guys have. One, that you guys have known each other as long as you have, as well as you guys have honed your style over the years by working together, essentially. And to be honest with you, from the music I hear from both of you guys, it's always ambitious, and I always feel like you guys have something to say. Phantom, I wish you'd put some more stuff out, so people can get down with some more stuff. And I think the other thing that you're extremely talented at is your storytelling ability. So that being said, when it comes to, writing, what do you like better, a freestyle, or are you writing? What feels better for you? What's easier for either one of you guys? Do you guys feel like sitting down, hearing the beat, writing it down, or do you feel like writing and spitting? Once again, Lady J first, as always. Go ahead.
Okay, you're just going to keep going first. Okay?
Exactly.
All
right.
That's how we'll do it.
Back and forth.
Okay.
So we're talking about the writing process.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. So essentially what I do is I go on YouTube because, or either I go on YouTube, or if I have a producer sending me beats, I'll go through the beats. Whatever beat catches my attention and I feel like I can catch a vibe off instantly, what I do is I kind of hear the beat a couple times and then I freestyle to it. And if I can get a melody, or if I by any chance say something that's really dope, like a cool punchline, I'll just write it down. And then from that, I'll start building, and I'll run the beat back again, and I'll keep going over it and just freestyle until, I say dope stuff, and again, keep writing, building. And if I get to a point where I'm not saying anything dope anymore, I just go on my key to, like, all my songs is rhymezone.com. I use rhymezone.com.
What is rhymezone.com?
It's a really
Explain.
good website.
It's a good website. It's kind of like using the dictionary, but it's a website.
Okay.
So you can see synonyms, antonyms, the definitions to words, and you can see what words rhyme with the word.
So this is essentially just a word database, that words that rhyme together.
Yes.
That's interesting. I've never really thought about that could be an aspect of rap.
Really?
Because believe me, I love rap music and have always loved rap music. I grew up listening to hip-hop music, even though now I'm more of a metalhead. I just think it's interesting that someone has gone around and made a database that's just like, here's for you guys who don't rhyme so well, or who've maybe got an idea what could rhyme, but, it's the same thing like, Eminem has that line where he's just like, people say that nothing rhymes with orange, but I can think of 100 things that rhyme with orange. And I think that's amazing that he himself can think that way, but
He's
some
like
of us don't have the ability. Yeah, some of us
Yeah.
don't have that ability.
I mean, I'd say, like, I'm talented and I could rhyme and stuff. It's just that sometimes when I'm in a state of writing a song, I tend to use a lot of the same words or similar basic words. If I want to just use bigger words or try to make my music more interesting, I learn new words, especially by using that website. Because I'll be like, oh my God, that word's long and it looks so dope. What does that mean? And then I find out what it means and I try to figure out a way how to use that word.
I'm not going to lie, I use the same aspect for song titles because I feel like there's 1,001 song titles. Like, especially in metal, for whatever reason, there's so many bands that are like metal bands that have the song Brotherhood. Like, I can think of like 50 bands right now that have a song titled Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to find either the feeling in the song or what exactly I'm trying to convey with the song. Like recently I wrote a song called Perfidy, which just basically means you believe someone is worthless and you believe that you can't trust them. It's an amazing word to use, but nobody has like perfidy, but there's 1,000 Brotherhood songs. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool that you're trying to not only give yourself some uniqueness, but you're also trying to find words that will make you stand out because,
Of course.
I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of rappers with that kind of, like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Snoop Dogg video, and he's like, the hip it to hip it to hip it up. Everybody kind of has that kind of same flow to it. So, but anyway.
Migos.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
So, yeah, that's
Alright.
kind of just what I do.
Yeah,
Anyways.
my writing style, it really just depends on, like, the beat. So if the beat, like, I can tell, like, some beats are different. All beats are, like, if the beat has, like, the chorus in the beginning, then I'll just write the chorus first. And if it just depends, like, what the beat style and the structure of the beat is. You know what I mean? And, like, so, but when it comes to actually, like, writing my lyrics, I'll just play the beat and try to come up with, like, what the song, like the vibe, like the vibe of the sounds in the beat. Like if it's something sad, then I'm gonna try to go for something sad. If it's something like super like melodic, I'm gonna try to be melodic on it. Like it's just, it all depends on the beat. And I don't really like to some people like to like put the beat on and then just go straight on the mic and freestyle. I can't do that. Like I have to sit there and write. But the problem is when I write is like, if I'm not like around somebody writing, like I tend to get in my head too much when I'm writing like my lyrics, and then I always like switch up the lyrics, like, and always have to like, you know, like tweak them a lot, and just I'm never satisfied with what I write, and then I'll just record a whole song and then have to change some lines or like do something like that. So it could get stressful like for me when writing.
You sound like you're really on like a perfectionist tip where you're just trying to hone like, what you're doing, and you're trying to make sure you sound right. Yeah, like, as opposed to just,
if like some words don't roll off like my tongue easy, like I won't even like put that like word in the lyric. Like I would have to make sure it can just smoothly sound like it's like, I don't want to like make a song that like when people are like singing along to it, it sounds like they'll have to like be like, wait, how do you say that again, or something like that. Like I want it to roll off easily, so it's just like, okay, like people can take it in easy and just say it again, like they'll remember it easier, you know what I mean? So that's my writing process.
I think that's
how he helps me out too. With my music, sometimes I get into a point where some
like,
words don't roll off easy, and he kind of helps me.
Or there'll be like that extra word in there, like
yeah,
random little extra words like that, or like the, or it, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like words like that.
And I think once again, like I said, that's another interesting aspect of music is, you know, sometimes certain people have to visualize the song because you have to either hear the beat or you just have to understand what the tone of the song is to kind of go in further. I know, with my friend I work with, when we write songs, he'll send me something, tell me what you know, ask me, you know, what direction he thinks he should go with it. And then sometimes he has like such a solid idea. He'll send it to me, and then I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, you're like, this is perfect. You know, I'm visioning which way I can go with it. But it sounds like, Phantom, you beat yourself up a little bit too much. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like you beat yourself up.
It's crazy because he's so talented. Like
he really is
such a lyricist. Like he is so good with his words. I think he's like one of the best out here, to be honest. Like as far as lyric wise, lyric wise, he's so good. Very talented. Now, I just don't know why he doesn't put.
I have to say, since I've known both of you, one of you basically being family now, you know, I think it's interesting to see both of you guys, your ambition and your drive. How do you guys build that with each other now? And, you know, we were talking before, you know, you producing a lot of Lady J's current stuff. How do you respectfully like be like, hey babe, this is good, but you know, let's try this. Yeah.
Okay, let's this is what happened.
Because it's an interesting aspect that both of you guys are together, but at the same time, you guys are both essentially in the same profession of rapping, you know? So how do you guys balance that out between each other?
Okay.
Or attempt to.
Okay. So when I am in his room and I'm recording, right, there will be times where I'm stuck on something or something isn't sounding right. There'll be problems a lot where the mic is lagging, and just his attitude will switch when nothing's working and the mic keeps lagging and things, and then he just gives off like this negative attitude, like, oh my God, come on, hurry up, like, and then it just automatically gets me out of that creative, like, happy mood that I was ready to be on the mic with. So then that's kind of hard. So then I come off messing up because now I'm nervous because he's getting mad and aggravated, and then he starts like, he will pause it and be like, what are you doing? And just like, he will just like, I don't know, maybe, obviously, and it's like in a way, I think he's kind of joking, but he's kind of giving attitude, and it's like, yo, chill out, because I can't do this right now, but, every single song always ends up becoming a banger eventually.
It just takes a while.
It just takes a while.
Outer space.
And when he tells me that something doesn't sound right, I never really argue with it because I try to tweak it to make it sound as good as possible, even though sometimes I will get at, like if I wrote something and it's not sounding right on the mic and we're just trying to figure out what could we, replace that with to make it sound better. We kind of get stuck, and I get a little frustrated, but we always end up working it out at the end.
I think the other thing too is like, and this is what I was talking to you guys before, is like some people hire producers who are just going to make sure that your levels are correct. But how many people are actually going to care enough to want to let you know, hey, maybe if you said it this way, maybe if you did it this way, maybe if you flowed it this way, will it sound a lot better? And it sounds like there is some frustration, but I think it comes from a place of love because you're just wanting to make sure that what you're putting out is good quality. And speaking of good quality, that first song that I heard from you guys doing together, which me and my wife just bang absolutely every time we get a chance to, is Outer Space. Can you talk about the writing process during that song?
Okay, so it originally, Outer Space was supposed to be my single, but I didn't think about having him feature on it.
I want to talk about my part. Talk about only your part. I want to talk about how I made my part.
All right, my fault. So I heard that beat, and it was a Playboi Carti type beat, but I don't know. I didn't catch Playboi Carti on that. I heard me on that. So when I heard it, I have like a lot of lights and stuff and things that will make my room have like a certain vibe. And like I have like this rainbow like light, neon light thing. So I was just catching a vibe off that light.
I'm so
and just
sorry.
This beat.
Can I pause you on that? Like, you know how your room has... Okay, so you guys know how I said when I get frustrated with my writing process?
It's because this room is boring.
Okay, I have the most boringest room. Like, I have my setup and my games, and that's about it. No posters, no lights, no anything. It's just so bland and boring. Like, that's why I can beat myself up sometimes. But keep going.
Anyways, so I was like, the way the beat came in, I just heard, like, it sounded futuristic, So I'm like, okay. And then I was like, I'm like, okay, Outer Space, and I just thought, like, because Galaxy Girl was a person that I actually created in middle school, like, as a superhero, because I thought, like, oh my god.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
The intro, where does that come from? Did that come with the beat, or was that something you guys added on?
That's something we added, and
I hated
he hated it, and
I'm not even gonna lie.
Perfect.
I think that like that tone that it starts when you hear the countdown, and then it's just like I don't know what it is to me. Is like it's so lit, and then
I told you
Dude,
the hook kicks the way the hook kicks in.
I was like, no, it
just really is catchy. It's just like
there's certain things like that I have a vision for with my music that I feel like determine like, okay, this needs to be a part of my song.
Exactly.
And when he disagrees and he's like, for example, like the countdown in the beginning of the song, he was like, no, Jada, I honestly don't think we should put that there. That's just gonna throw a lot of people off. And I'm like, no, listen to me, put that there, keep that. And he's like, are you sure though? I'm like, yes. And I just feel like that part gave that space element to it. It gave it like that NASA vibe, like that, spaceship vibe. Like it just pulled it together. It was like the bow on top of everything. But anyways, when I was writing it, I never really got to finish it, but it made me sad because I really wanted to finish it, but there was just an open part and I just like didn't know what else to write. And I was like, do you want to just feature in it? And then he was like, sure.
So
and I encourage him because he likes to do all kinds of different types of stuff. But
now I'm not gonna lie,
does.
your aunt, which Phantom is basically we're related by marriage, and my wife is his aunt, and she absolutely hates your part because of the weed.
Oh my god.
She doesn't like it because you say weed in it, and I think it's hilarious because actually I think your feature is really good, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I think I mean, to be honest with you, the star of the song is really the hook. But your part, I think, is very integral, and I think it fits very well.
Yeah. So, okay, when you smoke weed, like who does not feel like they're in space sometimes? Like for the first time, it's like okay, whatever.
No,
whatever.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, but anyways, so yeah, my part. So there was just an open part, and okay, so you already had like. So the part, sing the part because I feel awkward. You sing the part.
What?
The one where both of our voices like are on it.
Heart to heart, third eye.
Yeah, so that part, right?
That part, yeah.
I didn't even feel like I was gonna delete that whole part and just like write my own part because that part was like in the way of my part. So I was gonna delete that whole part and just put my verse on it, but then I was like, yo, I like to do melodic shit too. So like, why don't I just try to just put both
Oh,
of
yeah,
our
that was a
voices
beautiful
on it.
piece right there.
And